Joining us now in studio, we have Dr. Robin Arora. Thank you both for being here this morning. And she's sporting a new bow with a rose gold leash detail, so I just have to point that out. She looks very cute this morning. And this morning we're talking about keeping our pets safe in terms of blue-green algae, which can develop in bodies of water. Of course, it's going to get warm. So talk a little bit about what happens if your pets are exposed.
Yeah, so the biggest thing is looking at water to make sure that it doesn't appear to have the blue-green algae. And we aren't seeing this yet, but as we get into the late summer and the water gets warmer, definitely we're going to see the blooms coming on. And that just simply means the bacteria is growing very, very fast. Even though we call it blue-green algae, it is a bacteria. And that bacteria emits a toxin, which the dog in particular, probably more than cats, are out swimming in, drinking the water. We're playing fetch, those types of things. They're cleaning themselves off, and then they ingest that. Leads to all kinds of problems, including lethal problems. So you gotta watch out for that.
And so what are the symptoms if your dog is exposed? Like, how do you know? Do they maybe throw up? Like, how do you kind of tell?
Exactly. So some of the minor cases would be like they have an allergic reaction because it gets on their fur and it can create rashes or hives and that type of thing. That's an easy one. When it gets to where we're having vomiting, diarrhea, excessive drooling, maybe foaming at the mouth, and then it can get so much worse. Those toxins can lead to paralysis, and then they can't breathe, and they eventually will pass. Now the scary thing is this can happen in a matter of minutes to hours. It doesn't take days.
Depending on how severe.
Yeah, and these symptoms will mimic some other toxicities. So as you take your pet into the veterinarian, they're probably going to be testing for all kinds of things, but having a history of, hey, we were at a pond and there was kind of a green hint or color to the water would be a very good indication for your veterinarian or information for your veterinarian.
Okay, definitely something to pay attention to. And then treatment options. I mean, if they do determine that it was green algae poisoning, what happens next?
Well, that's the other bad part about this is there's not a great test. There's no test for it, and there really is no treatment. So there's no antidote. The biggest thing is prevention. So if you're having any questions about it, don't let your pet into that water. But for the most part, we support them with IV fluids and maybe some medications to help get their vomiting under control. But they can go into liver failure, and we may never get them back out of that. So
okay, definitely something to pay attention to. So Miller's talking about temperatures are warmer, we have less runoff. I mean, it's just kind of situation, more stagnant water. Definitely something to watch. Dr. Rob and Arora, thank you so much for being in this morning.